everyone! So I know it's been a while since I filmed, but I just haven't felt very creative lately. But I just got this new brush from Amazon in the mail. I saw it on TikTok. Yeah. I watch so many videos, it's hard to remember where I've seen everything. But it comes in this cute little case. It's supposed to be really, really good about putting on your foundation. It's nice and flat, nice and dense. So we'll give it a go and we'll see what happens. Yeah, let's get into it. So I'm going to pin my hair back because it's a mess. Super cute. There we go. So I did find a foundation that I am really, really loving. I think more than the Makeup Revolution one and the Anastasia one that I was wearing. This is the VDL Perfect Lasting Foundation. I found it on Ulta's website. And a YouTuber I watched, Taylor Wynn, I think it's her name. If I find the video, I'll link it below. Recommended this, and it is awesome. It looks just like skin. It doesn't look cakey, but it's still, high coverage enough for me. It covers all my redness and everything. I do use it with the TULA Face Filter Blurring Primer. Sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes I just don't feel like putting on primer, but I really, really do love this one. Like, this one does make a difference. It does have a little bit of color to it, which is weird because I don't remember it having color in the store when I've tried it on clients before. It just kind of warms up your face a little bit. So we're going to go right in with the foundation. I'm going to put it on my fingers first, and then I'll blend it with the brush. Just gonna do a couple of dots around, get it all off. That was about like a pump and a half ish. So I've got a mirror down here, so that's what I'm looking at. But we're just gonna take this and start blending. Feels really nice and soft, which is good. Usually I just use like a damp beauty blender because my skin has been a little bit drier than normal. And it kind of helps give it some moisture and helps all like the dry skin kind of lay down. So she was kind of like wiping it like that and then going in circles. That's what I'm gonna do. It's got a nice handle to it, so it doesn't feel like it's hurting, because I have a little bit of carpal tunnel in my hands. But so far, I'm really liking the feel of it. Let's try it up here. Might have gotten a little bit too much foundation, but that's because I'm used to doing it with a beauty blender, so used to doing like a little bit more to get that coverage. Just kind of rubbing it in. It's nice and smooth. I also have a mirror like back behind this that I'm looking into. It's just kind of far away. And I've got my ring light in between my phone and the mirror, so it's kind of hard to see. Blending it down the neck. Yeah. Getting it on my nose. I'm going to check it out in my mirror. I really like that a lot, because sometimes the foundation on your nose can look a little weird with like sponges and stuff, like it can kind of take some of it away, but this, I feel like it didn't take anything away, but it still gave me like some coverage. So I think it's a win so far. Let's see how like everything else goes on top of it. So I'm gonna get my Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. Holy Grail, favorite all time. Love it. Hair in my eyelash. I use the 10.5, which is the light. I'm gonna take my little concealer brush, which is a little dirty. I need to do my full brush cleaning. It just takes forever. Ugh, and the brushes take forever to dry. I have the time because I'm still, like, my salon is still only at 50%, so I'm still not working. But do I have the desire? Not really. We're just gonna spread that out. Most days I don't do quite this much concealer, but since we're gonna do a full fun look, like that, right? So we're gonna put that up. I'm gonna let my concealer sit. Remember, I like to let it sit because it's gonna give it some nice coverage. It's gonna warm up to your skin, so it's gonna blend in a little bit better. And then we're gonna go onto my eyebrows while it's sitting. This is the Benefit Precisely My Brow in number 3, I believe. 3 or 3.5. 3. Which is like the medium cool tone brown, maybe? It's definitely like the medium brown. So just kind of outline the top like that. Do the other side. I really like this pencil because it's nice and small. It stays on because it's water resistant. So being in Texas, you know, it gets hot. It was oh gosh, it was over 100 the other day. Just kind of miserable. And you know, high humidity, so it feels like, you know, you just feel like you're wet right when you step outside. It's just gross. Need that one a little bit higher, but that's okay. That is what the concealer cleanup is for at the end. So I'm just looking back to make sure it's still recording, because I had it once where it stopped recording halfway through, and that was very frustrating. I'm just gonna fill it in with the pomade. This is the Benefit KaBrow. This one might be, no, it's number 3 still. I think the brow gel is the 3.5. I like to mix the colors because it looks a little bit more natural, you know, less flat. We're gonna go up here. Right. There are some things that have changed since the last time that I filmed. Sorry, trying to talk and do this at the same time is rough. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, so that's been a big reason why I haven't filmed anything. I've just been in a lot of pain recently. Thankfully, my migraines have gotten a little bit better because of the monthly injection that they finally got me on, which is nice. But still, like when a bad storm comes or something, I'll get one. But I also haven't been sleeping because of the fibromyalgia. Like, it just hurts too bad. I don't get comfortable, you know. So I've just been really tired all the time. Tired and hurting. I want to make sure they're pretty even. One eyebrow is just naturally higher than the other. So that's kind of a pain in the butt. But the other thing that's really exciting is my husband and I bought a house. Well, we have a lot. We're building a house, which is awesome. But we are not staying in Austin. We are building it in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I'm really, really excited for that. This is the brow gel. We picked Albuquerque because of the weather. It's going to be really good for the both of us. Less allergens in the air, because you know we have to deal with the cedar fever down here, which is not fun. We have a couple friends down there already. We like the culture, the food, especially looking forward to green chili season. I love to cook, so I think that's gonna be really great for us. Plus, because of the weather, we'll be able to be more active, because you know, Texas, like, it just gets too hot to really do anything outside in the summer, and it's just too gross during the so-called winter to do anything. Plus the humidity is always a big deal. And up there, like, they don't have any humidity at all, which is really hard for me to fathom because I'm from here, so I'm always used to being humid. So I'm really, really excited. Plus, being in Albuquerque, like, the ease of travel will be better. We'll be able to, you know, drive and not have to take 8 to 10 hours just to get out of Texas, which will be good, because my husband and I really want to travel more than we have. We have friends pretty much in all the states, so we like to visit them, you know, on their home turf. We all do get together once a year, but, you know, I want to see my friends more than once a year, so. Okay, I haven't decided. I think I'm just going to do the blender to blend out the concealer, just to see how the two work together. There we go. Yeah, I think that works really well. I don't see any like spotting or streaking or, you know, anything like that. It looks like my skin. Just an even tone, which is really nice. Let's do eyeshadow primer real quick before we do the rest of the base, if I can get it out. There's apparently a really good Sigma eyeshadow primer. Robert Welsh was talking about it, so I definitely want to try that one next once I start running low on this one. Just gonna press it in. There we go. Cover all of those veins, discoloration, all that jazz. All right. Yeah, I like that. Now we're going to set the under eyes with the Laura Mercier translucent powder and just a flat brush. Gonna get it, tap it out, and push it under there. Don't want to get a whole lot because we don't want to bake, because I don't like that look. Ooh, Just poke myself in the eye. Basically, I just go over with powder either where it creases the most, like forehead, or where I'm gonna touch the most, like my chin. As much as I try to not touch my face, especially given the current situation. It's hard. It's hard to change that habit. Now we're gonna warm it up with the dirty Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Sunkissed. Yeah, I guess is the color. I love the way this smells. We're gonna use a flat angled brush. I'm gonna tap it in there, tap it out. I'm gonna kind of do it like contour, but bring it a little bit higher because it's bronzer. I haven't been doing as much contouring lately. It's just trying to warm up my face because it's summertime, you know, but because everything's closed down, I haven't been out in the sun as much as normal for the summer. Not that I ever really get super tan. Unfortunately, my Irish heritage took over the Hispanic one. I don't tan that much. Sometimes I'll like burn and then it'll tan, but that's usually just by accident. I try not to just tan on purpose, you know, skin cancer and all that. I put a little on my nose. I think that looks pretty good. Now let's pick a blush. I think we're gonna go, because I don't really have a pink one in the ColourPop one, so we're gonna do the NYX Sweet Cheeks Glow. This one is Rose and Play. I like this because it's really glowy. If I can get it open. Come on. So it looks really good for summer because it's got that glow to it. It is nice and pigmented. It stays on all day, which is really nice. But it's just that really nice soft pink. And since we're doing kind of like a pinkish look today, because I got some pink, I guess it's like face jewels, but not really. It's not like that jewel look. Jewel design. It's not like sparkly, if that makes sense. It's just kind of like a flat pink. I would grab it, but it is currently charging in the sun because they glow in the dark, which is really cool. So yeah, you can see, I'll kind of go up close so you can see how the foundation and concealer look together. I really, really like that brush. And it's sped up, like how, why can't I think of words today? How long it takes to usually, like, you know, take the beauty blender all over your face and blend out your foundation. This thing, I mean, took probably half the time. I call it a win. And I think it was like $8, $8, something like that. It was, I mean, it was not expensive at all. I'll try to put the link below too, so that y'all can find it on Amazon. I don't know if any other sites sell it. I just saw it on Amazon first, is where the girl said she found it. Gonna be loud noise real quick, because I gotta